Hi everyone, welcome to How to Do Technology. Today we are going to see what is a CONST and ES6. So let's start this video. The CONST, so let me write it here. CONST is a keyword of ES6 that we use for declare read-only variables. So we use const for declare read only variables. What else? The values of the variables with const cannot be reassigned. So let's see one example. If we have the pi in mathematicals, so like pi here, that is the value always is the same value. So this value is the p or pi in math. Always remained the same value, or always is the same value, that pi. So in this case we need to use const, because const it's like a value that never change. It's like constantly is saved in the same variable, so we cannot also like reassign it another value in const. So you are probably thinking, if I declare with bar const like this, bar const like prefix with pi like this, it will be fine. So it's like a const. But what else? What about if other developer come and see your code and maybe reassigned to this const pi equal to 50, for example? So the change the variable const pi will change to 15 because it's bar. So with bar we can reassign another value to the declared variable. But in this case we can use const, that is the new keyword or ES6 that permit us to always maintain the same value in that variable. Let's see how this works. So I'm going to comment this. So we need to declare const like this, and then pi, and then the value like this. So this value always be remaining in this variable. So if we console log this variable pi like this, we will have the value there. Let me update this page. Yeah, let me close my Facebook. So 3.14. But what happened if I want to like assign another like value to pi? I can do that. So pi like this 15. If you see, I will have one error here. Uncount type error, assignment to constant variable. So we cannot like assign another value. But for example, if we have like bar, with bar it's possible. So we don't have like errors here. So I will set another console here for pi. Only for you can see the change here. With bar we can do that. We can reassign another value to the declared variable. If you see here, we have the first value and then there's reassigned value. But const help us with that. We cannot like just like reassign another value. It's always permit to maintain that value. Also with const we could have native protection in our variables, because the value cannot be reassigned. Okay, that's the thing that I mentioned. And if we want to reassign a value, we can do like this, and we cannot like this. Let me go back here. We can do that. If we want to reassign a value, we can do that. But also I have another like things that I want to comment in when we are using const. So here we're going to see the scope of CONST. So the scope of CONST, the CONST scope is block scope, like this. So that means that the scope is only like inside the braces here, the pair of braces. So let's see one example. If I have my const pi here, that 14 for example, and I have my function here, my function, then I have one block. This is one block. Block is a pair of braces here. So I have one block. Then I will execute my function, just to know the code inside to execute the function. Then here I can access to this value because it's globally to my script. So that's the reason that I can access inside this block scope, because this is like globally like this. So if I console here that pi here like this, I will don't have any error. See, so it's I can access to globally this const that is globally. But also if I declare another const inside this pair of braces, like for example quadratic like 2, and I want to access outside to this variable, outside of this scope or block scope, I can do that. Let's see, console that log that quadratic, I can do that. Let's see why. So I will have one error. If you see, it's the same error that I have from the past. So on count reference error, quadratic is not defined. So it's because I can, it's the program doesn't know about the quadratic variable. So it's like, oh, it's not defined. So that's the error here. So because this variable, the const variable, is only accessible in this pair or braces. So let's see. Here is accessible. It's fine. Everything will fine. If you see quadratic, and also if I have like another pair or braces, like if true, is this just an example to create like another scope or sub-block scope, but inside of this scope, and if I want to like access to this quadratic inside this block, I can do that. So I can, because this is the parent scope and this is like sub block, but it's fine because this const or variable is permitted or known in all of these pair of braces. So let's see. If you see, it's the same. I am accessing to this const in this case. Also, if I have like one, for example, other const, like last name here, Rojas is my last name. This const is accessible in this like pair of braces that is block scope, but I can like access outside that scope. So last name is like this, last name. Why? Because last name is only known here. If you see, quadratic is known in all of these pair of braces. That's the reason that I can access here. Doesn't matter if I have like a sub block here. And this is only accessible in this pair or braces. And if I have like another pair of braces here inside, yes, I can access. It's okay. If I want to access inside here, it's totally fine. But I cannot access to this last name outside of this pair braces. So let's see, I will have one error here. If you see last name is not defined, so that's the reason. But here I can access totally, it's totally fine. So let's see. Only to you see Rojas here. Also, if I want like, oh, or accidentally I want to change the last name here, I can do that. Last name like Zamora. Let me change this. Zamora here. I can do that because this is like when I am declaring with const, I can reassign another value to my variable. So I will have an error. If you see assignment to const variable, I have this uncannot type error. It's like a type error. I can do that. So that's it for now. Thank you for watching this video and see you in the next video. Bye bye.